guys, it's me, Hunter out for Reptile Events. Before I get to the video, I'm going to do right now, I just want to do some new updates. Right above me is a new enclosure. That's actually for my snake Grace, so you guys know, because I have to separate James and Grace from each other. Because yeah, Grace kept on biting James, so I have to separate from each other. So they're no longer in a cage together, so they're now separate from each other. So yeah, let me show you the enclosure. Show you what it looks like. Let me go take a picture of it, and I'll put it on this video. So if you haven't seen the enclosure, here it is right here. So that's the new enclosure for Grace. So let's get on to the video. Alright, so what I have here is a tarantula tank. Yeah, it's a big old tarantula tank. Yeah, pretty big size. This used to be my cane toad enclosure. Unfortunately, my cane toad did pass away due to cold air getting into my room, which was not good to go through. Yeah, cold air pretty much got into my room and killed it. Yeah, killed my toad. Yeah, I miss that toad. Yeah, I wish he was still alive. Unfortunately, he's no longer alive. Yeah, sad. But anyway, I got my new animal here, and this is a tarantula. Yeah, and it's a tarantula I've always wanted to get me. It's a Sri-Lanken tarantula, that's what it is. So yeah, it's a Sri-Lanken tarantula. One of the most beautiful tarantulas to ever get. Now these tarantulas are not meant for beginners. That's right, they're not meant for beginners. So you guys know that. These tarantulas are meant for, people that are more experienced with tarantulas. So if you really want these tarantulas, you have to know what you're getting yourself into when you're working on these kind of tarantulas. These tarantulas are considered flighty. They're also a bit bitey too. And not only that, their venom is very painful. Venom can definitely send you into the hospital. Indeed. So you gotta be very careful when you're working these kind of tarantulas and stuff. Now, I am gonna get her out of the tank to show you what she's like, but she's gonna hide from me. I'll tell you that. I'll definitely. And what I'm gonna do is going to get the stick that she's inside of, because she's made that her hiding place. So I'm going to see if you can do the best I can to film her on the secondary camera. So yeah, before I get into that, let's discuss what's the care for these tarantulas. Well, for these tarantulas, you do need cypress mulch, as you can see right here. You also need some leaf litter. You also need some humidity, like at least like a 50 to 60% humidity. These are rainforest tarantulas, so you need to give some branches and stuff because they are arboreal as well. They will climb, so you definitely need to put some branches here and there. And on top of that, you definitely need some hiding huts because these tarantulas do tend to hide a lot. These tarantulas are not used to being handled, so less handling should be recommended. That means keep your handling to a minimum. That means if you're going to handle these tarantulas, you gotta be very careful. You gotta be very careful with these kind of tarantulas because these tarantulas are very flighty, bitey, and all that kind of stuff, so they can bite you. Yeah, they're just like the Goody Sapphire tarantula, which I am thinking about getting me. Hopefully, I'll get to see one at the Reptile show soon. Yeah, there is a Reptile show coming up July 22nd. I can't wait to go to it. Yeah, but anyway. It's time to show you what this tarantula is really like. Let's see if we can get my camera here. And we're going to open this slowly. This tank is sometimes hard to open. If you can see a little leg right there, that's where tarantula is. That's where she is right there. She just went back into her hiding hut, so yeah, she's not going to come out. These tarantulas are known for hiding. But you can see her legs. You can definitely see her legs right there. She's just little. She's just a bit little, not too big. So yeah, there she is with her little legs. You can see her right there. So yeah, these tarantulas are not really like, want to come out all the time. As you can see right here, she's made herself a home in this piece of wood. As you can see the web and stuff, that's where she made her home and stuff. That's where she made her home. I was not expecting that when I first got her this enclosure. She had a smaller enclosure than this, but now she has more space to move around in because she is getting bigger. So that's how I give her more space. There's a water dish. So this is all cypress mulch. So this is keeping her humidity pretty well, and yeah, it's doing pretty good. So this is what her enclosure should look like. So yeah, that's what the enclosure should look like. Yeah, she doesn't need to be fed because she is due for feeding, so I definitely need to feed her soon. Alright, so as you can see, that's the tarantula. You get to see from there. So yeah, that's what we need to know about these tarantulas. So, do I recommend these kind of tarantulas to beginners? The answer is no. I don't recommend these tarantulas for beginners. These tarantulas are for people that are advanced at keeping tarantulas. These tarantulas are flighty, bitey, and they're not really great with handling. And on top of that, they can see you in the hospital if you get bit by these tarantulas. Yeah, their bite is pretty painful. Yeah, for a tarantula, their bite is pretty painful. But their care is very easy, so you definitely will know the care very well. Their care is the same way as a goody sapphire tarantula. So the care is the same way. Now, Sri-Lanken tarantulas come in different forms, but they still sometimes look the same pattern and stuff. So you can barely tell the difference. This one has like a light brownish color and stuff, whereas the real Sri-Lanken tarantula has like a light grayish color to it. Yeah, but they still have the same pattern, and it's still considered to be a Sri-Lanken tarantula. That's what's considered to be. So yeah, but this is more of a finger-like tarantula. It's more of a finger tarantula. That's more it is. Yeah, but still a Sri-Lanken tarantula, indeed. So yeah, these tarantulas will cost roughly around $60. And yes, how much a tarantula costs me, and the enclosure itself may cost you at least up to $100. Yeah, so everything right here will cost you at least $100 to $150, depending on when you go through when you're working these tarantulas and stuff. So yeah, these tarantulas are more for experienced keepers. So keep in mind that. So yeah. Anyway, but if you want to really have these tarantulas, if you're really up for the challenge of keeping a very bitey, flighty tarantula, then the Sri-Lanken tarantula is right for you. And by the way, I should mention this. This tarantula is named after Ellie, from The Last of Us. That's right, her name is Ellie. Yeah, I'm a huge Last of Us fan, by the way. I love The Last of Us game. I can't wait to see Season 2 when that ever comes out. But anyway, I'm Hunter for Reptile Events. See you guys later. Bye.